Well, first of all, it is, concerning that he would put in place sweeping tariffs without coming to Congress and talking about the implication of these tariffs. Congress does have an important role to play, and he should be coming to Congress and looking to Congress for approval for any plan that he may have. The fact that none of us know what the plan is also contributing to a lot of uncertainty. And we all know that the number one thing that we heard from the American people across the country was wanting to address costs. And tariffs become a sales tax on American consumers. And so this would raise costs at the pharmacy counter, at the grocery store, at the gas station. So it's very concerning that policy would be in place that would raise costs for American consumers. And let's be clear, it could start the beginning of a trade war. There will be retaliation for sweeping tariffs, and that impacts our small businesses, our farmers, and jobs right here in the U.S.
Well, he may not be coming to Congress on the issue of tariffs, but he is going to be coming to Congress on tax policy. Congresswoman, you, of course, sit on the Ways and Means Committee. And one of his other arguments in favor of tariffs is that it is supplemental revenue. It'll help offset lower taxes elsewhere. Does the math work on that for you?
Well, these are taxes that are to be paid for by American consumers. Prices go up. Economist after economist has talked about the impact that sweeping tariffs would have on American consumers, on our small businesses. And so and the trade wars that would start as a result, the retaliation, a lot of that retaliation frequently first impacts our farmers and our ag producers who are shipping their products into markets overseas. So it is very concerning that they would put in place sweeping tariffs. And again, Congress has authority here. If he's going to do that, he needs to come to Congress, and Congress needs to have a say.
There was quite a bit of upset over the president's freezing of federal grants and aid earlier this week. A judge stopped that freeze. And according to the White House, they will continue to pursue that program. Congresswoman, it seemed to light a fire under Hakeem Jeffries, who prompted an emergency caucus meeting for House Democrats to talk about a three-pronged plan, reports said, about how to push back on this. Do you have a plan?
Well, absolutely. And I think you saw the first part of that, as Leader Jeffrey said, round one, which prevented the administration's plans from going into place. Congress appropriated these dollars. We approved these dollars to programs across the country. And it's Congress's role to decide where our taxpayer dollars go. So the president cannot be in a position where he thinks he unilaterally can decide to prevent those dollars from going out. He really was trying to put in place a one-man shutdown of our government. There were broad implications of what it meant. I heard from constituents all over huge concerns about resources that people were depending on being cut off, on health care, support for our community members. There's incredible concern, but this is Congress's decision. The president doesn't have the right to withhold those funds.
Well, and as we talk about Hakeem Jeffries and his leadership in the House, Congresswoman, there's also a question of leadership in the party as a whole. Tomorrow, a new DNC chair will be selected. It's happening not very far from where Joe and I are now at the National Harbor in Maryland. Is there someone you would like to see in that role, to work with in that role as head of DCCC? And is that person now going to be the leader of the party?
Well, there's great candidates running, so that will be a decision that's made by all the folks who are voting in that election. But definitely the DNC is an important partner. Our role and my role is to make sure that we take back the majority in the House. Very critically important, so that we have folks who are going to stand up for American families, stand up to make sure that we are focused on lowering costs and addressing the issues that our communities are seeing. and stand up to an administration that actually feels like they don't have to work for Congress. We're a co-equal branch, and it's important for us to continue to speak loudly about the important role that Congress plays in supporting the needs of the American people. So there will be an election tomorrow. We'll see. Look forward to working with whoever is elected to chair the DNC.